Hi,
Hi,
nice to
nice
meet
to meet
you.
nice to meet you too. Yes, thank you for choosing me to be your tutor today. How are you today?
I'm very well. How are you?
Great, I'm very well too, thanks. Yes, so my name is James, and what's your name?
My name is Dương and I come from Vietnam.
Okay,
Where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
Yes,
Yes,
very
near
well.
near London, near London. Yes,
Yes.
and yes.
Have you been to Vietnam?
Yes. I worked in Vietnam as an English teacher two years ago. I lived near Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay.
Yes,
I live in Thái Nguyên City. It's very near Hanoi. It's the capital of Vietnam, so
yes.
I think you know it.
Ah, yes. Uh-huh.
So,
Yes, I know Hanoi. Of course, the capital. Yes. Yeah.
yes. So, have you been to Hanoi when you stay in Vietnam?
Unfortunately, I didn't get time to visit Hanoi when I was there, but I would like to return to Vietnam in the future and visit more places. Yes, yeah.
Welcome to Hanoi because now
Thank
I'm
you.
studying. Yes, because now I'm studying in Hanoi University, and
Mm,
so yeah, I'm very curious about how do you feel about Vietnam or Ho Chi Minh City when you
y-
live in Vietnam.
okay, yeah. Um, well, I really enjoyed my time in Vietnam. And yeah, people were very friendly, and yeah, I found the culture quite relaxed actually,
Yeah,
compared with some other places that I've lived in. And yeah, of course, it is quite busy when it's rush hour, when it's very busy on the roads with all the motorbikes. Yeah, that's the
yeah,
big impression that I think
yeah.
foreign visitors have. Um, the just the volume of traffic on the roads is quite amazing. It's like a sea of motorbikes. Yeah,
Yes, I think that you have a lot of fun when you ride motorbike on the
yeah,
roads in
yeah,
Vietnam.
yeah.
Yes,
It is fun.
yes,
Yeah. Hmm.
yes. Although I am Vietnamese people,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel it's very difficult when I travel, when I
Mm,
go or I drive in most
mm,
of Vietnam.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is
So
difficult. Yeah.
So how do you think about English of student in Vietnam? Is good or bad or yeah, something like this.
Uh-huh. Um, well, yes, I was very pleasantly surprised that the students in Vietnam are very willing to communicate in English, and they enjoy speaking English. And I thought that their level was very good, actually, especially the students that I taught, for example, in some secondary schools.
Mhm.
And in fact, they had started learning English from quite a young age, because, of course, now in Vietnam, it's quite popular for children to learn English, perhaps at an English training school. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah, I think so.
mm,
And when I was a student at high school,
mm,
I feel that I was very best English because
mm,
I didn't have a lot of uh, occasion to speak English with native speaker.
mm,
I only learn grammar on in the class, so
mm,
it's quite boring. Uh,
mm,
so my speaking skill and
mm,
listening skill is not good. So
mm,
when I come to university,
mm,
is one of my disadvantages.
mm,
Um, yes, my teacher speak English, but I don't understand. I didn't understand.
mm,
So I feel that oh my god, it's a very bored because my friend are very good at English. So
Mm.
I practice English a lot of in my free time.
Free time. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah. So
yeah,
when you were at high school, you studied a lot of grammar. So your
yeah,
grammar was quite strong, but you didn't have the chance or the opportunity or the occasion to practice your speaking and listening very very often. Yeah. Okay. Well, of course, practicing on Cambly is a good choice. Today is the first time that you've tried out the Cambly app.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. This is my first time I
Yeah.
talked
Mm.
in Cambly.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I hope you enjoy learning on Cambly and you know, if you're able to practice, you know, regularly, of course that will help you to improve your English. Yeah, and I think your pronunciation is very good, it's very clear. And you don't have a typical Vietnamese accent. Yeah, I think your accent is very good, very very easy to understand. I noticed that some Vietnamese people, when they speak English, they do not pronounce the last sound of the word. So they would say like this. They would say, "I like to speak English," like that. They won't say the k at the end of the word, but it's
Yeah,
okay. We can still understand. And actually, you know, accents are very interesting. And the most important thing is to be able to communicate and understand what people are saying and make yourself understood. Yeah, I would say, yeah, don't worry about pronunciation, but your pronunciation is very good. Um, and
you.
yeah, it's my pleasure. And as for grammar, I think yes, you have a good knowledge of English grammar, so you know you're able to form sentences very well. Um, and you know, on Cambly, you can ask the tutor to correct you after every grammatical mistake, or you can just say to the tutor, "Well, let's just communicate fluently," and then after the lesson, you know, the tutor can send some corrections to you. Um, I think that's probably the best way, you know, just to communicate fluently, and then afterwards, the tutor can send you some notes about the grammar, one or two grammatical points. Yeah, okay. And yes, it's great, you know, that you have started to, you know, learn online. And so, what's your major? What do you study at university?
My major is math or mathematics in
Mm,
my university.
mm,
Yeah, yes, it is one of my subjects I
mm,
like at high school.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
so can I ask you one question?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you do in your free time? Or
Mm,
what are your hobbies?
yeah. Well, my favorite hobby is playing the guitar.
Oh,
Yeah, so I started learning the guitar when I was 12 years old,
oh,
and now I am 34 years old, nearly 35 years old. So I've been practicing, I've been playing the guitar for over 20 years, and yes, so I love playing the guitar. I like to learn new songs, and I like singing also. Um,
yeah,
and in fact, when I was in Vietnam, I spent a lot of my free time practicing the guitar. I also like, you know, meeting people and hanging out with friends. Yeah, so
yeah.
those are my main free time activities. How about you?
Oh, in my leisure time,
Mm,
I often watch TV,
mm,
listen to music, and chat uh, with my friend.
mm,
When at the weekend, when I have a free time, I
yeah.
often go shopping. Of course, if I have money.
Mm,
go with my friend. It's one
mm,
of my favorite thing.
mm,
Besides, I also learn Chinese. I like Chinese very much, but
mm,
now I want to improve my English first. So
mm.
after that, I will come back to learn Chinese. Yes,
D-
at the
d-
first,
Yeah.
yes, at the
What did you
first
say? Driving or drawing or what did you say? Or
uh,
Chinese or
Chinese, yeah, Chinese
Chinese language? Oh,
language.
Chinese.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Chinese. Yeah.
yeah,
So the second syllable is pronounced more strongly. Yeah. So we say Chinese, Chinese.
Chinese,
But for the country, we say
uh,
China,
China.
China. Yeah, China. But for the language, we say Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like the theme of Chinese or of China. I like the theme of China very much, and the song of China is also very well. So I like it. I like
Uh,
them. Yeah,
you like the what of China? The
China,
theme or the films, Chinese films?
Chinese film.
Yeah. Okay. And
You
and and songs. So you like watching Chinese films and you like listening to Chinese music.
Chinese song and Chinese music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Yes. Uh, and can you sing some Chinese songs? Have you learned some Chinese songs?
No, I think no. This is my friend. This is my
Uh,
best friend.
oh, hi.
I think I sing not very well,
I
so
don't mean you have to sing now. I just mean, yeah. Have you learned some of the words in Chinese?
yes.
Yeah.
At the
Mm,
first university,
mm,
Chinese is also one of my subjects I must study. So
ah,
when we say, let me see, hello in Chinese
mm,
is 你好. So
that's
I
it.
know that.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I've also studied Chinese and French and German, as you know, and but when I was in Vietnam, unfortunately, I didn't learn very much Vietnamese because
Um,
the people around me had
what
the
to
ability to speak English. Yeah, so I didn't really need to learn Vietnamese when I was there, but. Um, I noticed that there are some similarities between Chinese and Vietnamese.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so that's interesting. Right.
Yeah.
How long have you been a university student? How many years have you been
Uh,
studying?
2 years, and I am a second year student at university right now.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Yeah. So,
Good.
can I ask you the last question because the
Okay.
time is not so long.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Mm.
Do you like the food of Vietnam, and what kind of food do you like most?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I liked some Vietnamese dishes. Yeah, definitely. Well, of course, the noodle soup was really
Oh,
good. Yeah. Um, and uh, different restaurants I found had different styles.
okay.
Um, and yeah, I definitely found one restaurant. That made really good noodle soup because the soup was really tasty.
Yeah.
So I liked the noodle soup where they used fresh meat. Yeah, like the I think I can remember it's called uh,
Pho, good.
pho
Pho.
bo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pho. Yes.
yeah,
So that's right.
beef. Yeah, beef noodle soup. Yeah, beef
Yeah.
noodle soup
Yeah.
with fresh meat. But I didn't like the dried dried meat very much.
Mm-hmm.
But with the fresh meats, I really liked it. Yeah. So that was the main dish that I tried in Vietnam. The other traditional or not really traditional, but
Uh,
local food was, of course, the bread with
oh,
the pâté. But of course, that comes from France, right? That's a French food.
mm,
Um,
yes,
but I enjoyed that, and I think it's interesting because it came from France, but it has some Vietnamese spices inside, so I also enjoyed that. Yeah.
yeah, yes.
Mm.
You know, pho and bread
Yeah.
is are very popular in Vietnam. If
Yeah.
you have an occasion to enjoy pho in Hanoi, I
Mm.
think that it's quite different
Mm.
between pho in Hanoi and pho in Ho Chi Minh City. Yes,
Ah.
yes, because many people say that pho in Hanoi is not not sweet as well
Ah.
than Ho Chi Minh
Not a,
City.
not as sweet as there's the noodle soup in Ho Chi Minh City. Yes, I know. I don't know because I haven't traveled to Hanoi, but
Yeah,
I definitely think it was a little sweet. Yeah, they added some sugar.
yes, yes.
Mm, mm,
Many foreigner uh,
mm,
come to Vietnam. They
mm,
like a noodle for
mm,
offer so much.
mm.
I think
Yeah,
so
yeah,
because I also like it. And
yeah,
bread, yes, bread
yeah.
is also one of the food. It is also popular or famous in Vietnam. So I think that
Mm.
it also famous in another country.
Yeah, yes, that's
Yeah,
right. Yes,
yes.
I have traveled to China, and now
Mm-hmm.
I have noticed
Mm-hmm.
that now you can see some restaurants that specialize in Vietnamese noodles. Yeah, so it's definitely a famous food from Vietnam, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it when I was there. I also had some Western food because they also had some Western style restaurants like serving pizza and salad and that kind of food also. Um, and so that's something that I enjoyed for sure. And how about you? Do you like some Western food?
Um, the Let me see.
Mm,
I think the fruit I like most is
mm.
nem. Do you try the nem? It's one of traditional food. It often cooked on test
Ah,
holiday.
oh yes, the New
Yeah,
Year festival.
yes,
Ah,
it's also very delicious.
yeah.
And yeah, uh, and another food is uh, bánh chưng cake. Do you know
Ah,
that?
I don't think I tried it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
bánh chưng. So I have here.
Uh-huh.
It's also good. Yes, and
Yeah.
for I like most it is for
Mm,
nam bread and
mm.
yes bánh chưng.
Excellent. Yeah. So those are your favorite foods. Yeah. Very, very good. Well, I think you've done really well today with your speaking on Cambly, and so I hope you enjoyed studying English on Cambly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. So
Yeah.
today was very great to talk with you. So
Yeah.
if I'm very happy if I have occasion talk to you soon.
Yeah, sure, for sure. So what time is it now in Vietnam?
It's 9 p.m.
Okay, so it's nearly night time there.
Yeah,
Yeah. As you can see here, it's still afternoon here in the UK.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah,
yeah.
and
Nice to meet you
yeah,
today.
nice to meet you too, and have a good night. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye. Thanks. Bye.